You're alone, in a world rather unfamiliar to you now, and something is very wrong. You look around only to be plagued with the smell of rotting flesh and piles of garbage. All you have is your wits and the sole desire to survive. There's only one problem.
Oh hey, what a cool ball!
Everything is out to get you. The survivors of this world have been twisted into monsters, but that's not even the worst of it. Every step you take feels like walking through a dream. It's almost like nature itself is determined for you to meet your end. But lucky for you, you'll survive just long enough to realize the nightmare has just begun.
Welcome to Little Nightmares, a game series where out of sight doesn't always mean out of mind. Happy Halloween, everyone! And since it's that time of year, I thought it was only fitting for me to talk about the one horror game that I can tolerate. And it helps that the game's getting a sequel pretty soon. So here's everything you should know about Little Nightmares before October 10th. So let's get the obvious out of the way. Little Nightmares is a platforming horror series made by Tazier Studios. The series first found its footing back in 2017 with the first Little Nightmare. Of course, that's not the actual name, but come on. In this game, you follow Six, or as I like to call her, the girl in the raincoat, as she works her way through the horrors of this world. Since then, the franchise has gotten a digital comic series, a sequel, and quite a few waves of DLC. And it's clear why. The game series has always prided itself on its immersive horror. While it might not be the scariest game out there, it certainly does enough to get a jump out of me every once in a while. Okay, before you clown on me, I grew up thinking that FNAF was scary. Trust me, there's nothing you could say that I haven't already heard before.
It is never usually that bad in any of the games, so I'll play through.
I know, I'm a pussy. And for what it's worth, I have really enjoyed these games. I originally got introduced to this series with Little Nightmares 2 back in Christmas of 2022, and since then I have been hooked. I also got Hollow Knight that same year, but it took a lot longer for me to come around on that game. But I swear, both games are absolute bangers. From subtle foreshadowing to the atmosphere, it all leads you to wonder, what happened here? Much like how games like Metroid did back in the 80s and early 90s. And before you say anything, I know those games are grossly different styles, but my comparison still has some legs, alright? So, Little Nightmares 3 will come out on all consoles and PC. The game's trailer debuted during Gamescom opening night in 2024, which revealed that unlike the last two games, this one will focus on co-op gameplay, along with two new protagonists, Lo and Alone. Rest in peace Mono and Six, you will be missed. At least, Mono will be missed. Fuck Six for leaving us to die.
Go to the tanker, and I see you. Car! You disobeyed me. No, I did not. Oh, I'm so sorry. Eyes turn red.
So, if you enjoy immersive horror and light puzzle games, then you should definitely check out what comes out later this week. As for me, it looks a bit too scary. CoComelon! Yeah! So yeah, go have some fun, get some spooks in before Halloween. That's all I got for you today. Hope you guys have a fantastic Halloween and that you have a great rest of your night. Alright, bye!